Chag Sameach, everybody. I'm so used to that. Like, at some point, they will listen to me. At some point. I will try it again. Chag Sameach, everybody. Much better. We are going to start in a few moments. If you'll think about it, being Jewish and having island time, it's only 6:31, so we're quite good. And as there are dear friends and family that are entering the synagogue, if you need another prayer book, I think there's another one here if someone needs. Beautiful. I didn't expect that it would be so quickly, that everyone would be so quiet. Well done. Friends, welcome everyone to our synagogue. I presume that there are many of you visiting us, and for some of you, it's probably your first time here, so Chag Sameach, welcome. My name is Rabbi Julia Margalis. I'm the rabbi of this synagogue, and it's great to have you all, especially now that we're celebrating Shabbat and we're celebrating Hanukkah. And we are going to start with lighting of our Hanukkah candles, and after that we will proceed with our Shabbat service. But as at this synagogue we believe in singing together, praying together, doing lots of things together, we thought that the best will be to sing together. So I will be honest with you, I did not think that there will be so many people. You can always blame the rabbi, that's the best. Whatever it is, blame the rabbi. So today you officially can blame the rabbi, because when I was thinking how many copies of the songs, how many, those ones, I thought, I don't know, 20, I presume there are much more than 20 people here. So some of you that came much earlier, inside your prayer book there will be words for our songs, but hopefully, you can share, and then it will be also a learning experience and meeting people. And also, my hope is that you know many of those songs, and that's the beauty of Judaism, and that's the beauty of coming to the synagogue in whatever place in the world and knowing that it will be familiar tunes, there will be familiar words and familiar songs. And our first one is, our cantor is Hanukkah, going to tell us that, again, it's going to be O Hanukkah, O Hanukkah. So, with all your kavanah, with all your spirit, with all your ruach, we will start singing in a moment.
Oh Hanukkah, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Si vivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning so low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Say we want to play with and like is to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning so low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind of a days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Beautiful. Thank you. You can clap. That's a very good one. And the next one, it's my favorite one. And I know that a few days ago, on our first night, I sang it only in Hebrew. And of course I got in trouble, because why didn't I sing that song in English? And then the truth is, because I didn't know that it actually has a translation to English. Because I'm coming from Israel, so of course I will know it only in Hebrew. But now I have the words in front of me in English, so I promise to sing it also in English. So Maus zur.
Maos zur Sheati, lechane el Hasheach, tikun bel tefilati, v'shem toda nezabeach, letalim nalbiach, Rock of ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and the word broke their sword when our strength has failed us, and your word broke their sword when your strength failed us.
Beautiful English. I still think it's better in Hebrew. Can we do just one more time in Hebrew? Thank you.
1, 2, here we go. Maos zur Sheati, lechane el Hasheach, tikun bel tefilati, v'shem toda nezabeach, letachim
Gidol. Chag Sameach. The candles are there. We're going to do it together, all of us. I know that some of you have your Antonukia, some of you do not. But again, we're all here as a community, as a congregation to light the candles. So I will ask you, please come forward to our table. I will lead you in prayer from here. I will ask again, how many candles are we going to light tonight? Thank you. At least someone listens to me here. Thank you so much. You said 3. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me know when you are ready, and then we can sing from here. Luba, ready? Are you ready there? So, are you lighting the candles there? Okay, perfect. So as we light those beautiful candles that are very important to us, and of course, we start with the shamash that makes it all come to life. And I have a feeling that everyone will probably add candles and increase in holiness and not decrease. Am I correct? Beautiful. Then let's join in our blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'yitzivanu lechad liknech shel Shabbat.
Beautiful. And now that we lit our candles for Hanukkah, I would like to ask our president, Marilyn, to come here. And I'm sure that she would like to welcome everyone. And we are on page 120 in our prayer books, and we will be able to light our Shabbat candles.
I've had more glorious moments in the past recent couple of weeks than I've had for years. This is a glorious moment for me tonight, and I think for a number of you as well. First of all, look at all the people in our synagogue. It is so wonderful. We have our members, we have our high members, we have our visitors. It's just astounding, but we also have people that grew up in this congregation. The Rosen family, 2 brothers, grew up here. The Blackhall family, 2 brothers, grew up here, bar mitzvahed here. The Fierzik family, Darcy. Where else? Is there anybody else having grown up here? Yes. David Rumsch was bar mitzvahed here. I mean, this is an extraordinary congregation. Not only are we a historic building, but we are historic people who are together for so many years. And when some of these younger people come back, it is still a precious place for them to be. And it continues in my over 45 years of membership, continues to be a precious place for me. And I hope that you can find a place in your hearts, those of you who maybe this is the first time or you're visiting, to put us in a place in your hearts. And we do have high membership, which we can talk to you about later. You could even become a member for like $50 or something a year. So thank you for being here, and let's see if I can actually light the candles. And do you have a book? Because I didn't bring one up.
Of course I have the book,
Sorry.
but I'm sure that you know those blessings by your heart. I'm sure, I'm 100% sure. That way, yeah.
Well, as these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we in our lives give light to all who behold us. And as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. No. I don't know.
Yes, well
Well, since I have one candle lit, I'm going to say the blessing, and then I'll light the other candle. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner, shel Shabbat v'shel Chanukah. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if this is symbolic of anything except
no, just that I will need to talk to Big Boss for a long time.
maybe it's symbolic of all that the Jews have gone through all these many, many centuries, and yet look at where we are today. We're lit.
Amen. Can I please have my book? Marilyn? Marilyn, can I please have my book? I do know everything by heart, but just in case, you know. Thank you. Beautiful. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and to our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need and all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. Amen. We are on page 138 with Lecha Dodi.
Lecha dodi likrat kalai, alalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kalai, alalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor וזהור בדיבור אחד. השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. לה 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 דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה לה יאללה לה יאללה לה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה לה יאללה לה יאללה לה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור ברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחלה שבת הילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה לה יאללה לה יאללה לה, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת קלה, יאללה לה יאללה לה יאללה לה, בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי בא האורך, קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני, עליך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה לה יאללה לה יאללה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה לה יאללה לה יאללה, בני שבת נקבלה.
Would you please rise?
בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי כלה, בואי כלה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, לה 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 לה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, יאללה לה יאללה לה יאללה לה, בני שבת נקבלה.
Shabbat Shalom. Beautiful. Please be seated. And as we welcome Shabbat and Chag together, I think especially when you are at the sanctuary, you feel this moment when Shabbat, the Queen, Shabbat HaMelkah, when it enters this very beautiful building. But perhaps it's me. I know that I am very sentimental at this place. So again, we are on page 144 with Chatzi Kaddish. Will you please rise? יתקדל והתקדש מרבה, בעלמא דברך יוצא וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון יומייכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יש מרבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה, יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה ואמרו amen. And we continue on page 146 with Baruch Hu.
Lai la 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 la, lai la 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 la,
Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praised be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever. Please be seated. We are on page 148. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bedvaro ma'ariv ערבים, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עצים ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמורותיהם, ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים. We are with roll into dark.
Roll into dark, roll into light, light becomes day, day turns to light. Roll into dark, roll into light, light becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golei or mipnei choshech, golei or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light, light becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, light becomes day, day turns to night.
Beautiful. We continue with the most important prayer in Jewish tradition, Shema is on page 152. Would you please rise?
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לארץ על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Please be seated. And as we celebrate this very, very special season of light and miracles, we think about God a little bit even more than usual, because we need to see miracles. I think we desperate to see miracle that we all really wanting to see as soon as possible happening any moment if it only would be in our hands. And when we think about this miracle, we also, I think, can relate to words that are on page 158. So who is like your God among the gods that are worshipped? So we are with Mi Kamocha.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, מלכותך נעו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה מרים, זה לי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יא בבא בים בים בום, יא בבא בים בום, יא בבא בים בים בום, יא בבא בים בום, איי 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 איי, יא בבא בים בום, איי 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 איי, יא בבא בים.
ונאמר, כי פדדנו את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. The beautiful prayer of Hashkivenu is on page 160.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, העמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, העמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing, and I say don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and the children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, lehamidenu shomnei לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לחמידנו שומרנו לחיים.
And at this time of our service, always have a prayer for the state of Israel. אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו, הגן עליה בעברת חסדך ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך. Our God who is in heaven, protector and redeemer of Israel, at this time of turmoil with eternal strife and external threats, both at levels our beloved land has rarely seen before, bless the state of Israel, which has been a hint of hope, of redemption. Return the land to unity of purpose and a scene of fellowship. Bring the hostages home, the soldiers back to their families, and the land to at least a functional calm. O God, shield our homeland beneath the wings of your love. Spread over us the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. May they too remember to serve in the interest of all. Despite division and disagreement, and after one of the hardest years in all of her history, may this be a time when we find a way forward in healing and in justice, in shared service and common purpose, with equality in the land, dignity, regardless of gender, level of observance, and national status, in partnership with those who pursue peace, and safe from those who would act in violence. May we merit, O God, the essence of your blessing. May we unite with our brothers and sisters in Israel so that the land will someday know a fullness of joy for all who dwell there. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. We are with Tfilat Hamidah, the standing prayer, and I will ask Trudy and Neil, please, to open the ark for us. Will you please rise? And those of you who are visiting us first time, I'm anticipating this moment of when you will see how blessed we are with the most incredible ark and the most incredible scrolls. Adonai sefata tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת צרם. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה כל אתה רב להושיע. מחלחל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. That's it. We are on page 174.
Ritzeh Adonai Eloheinu Be'amecha Yisrael U'tefilata רצון. תמיד עבודת ישראל ישראל עמך אל קרוב לכל קורב פני אל עבדיך וכוננו שפוך רוחה עלינו ותאזנה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים ברוך אתה אדוני המזהיר שכינתו
We continue silently until page 180, and then you can be seated. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי, וגיון ליבי לפניך, אדוני, צורי וגואלי. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. We continue with Oseh Shalom on the bottom of page 180.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו, אמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Israel.
May the one who makes peace in the high heavens make peace for us, for all Israel, and all over the world. And let us say, Amen. We are on page 371 with the prayer of Mishaberach, and if there are any names of loved ones that need our prayers of healing and they're not on our congregational list, then please mention them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. משברך אבותינו ואמותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, ויברך את כל החולים. הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם להחלמתם, לרפאותם, להחזקתם, וישלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף. אשתא בהגיע לו בזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן.
מי שברך אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב. מי שברך אמותינו, שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל. May the ones who blessed our mothers, may the ones who blessed our fathers hear our prayers, hear our prayers, hear our prayers, hear our prayers, and bless us as well.
Amen. Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom. When I personally think about Hanukkah, obviously I think about light, but not just light, the menorah, not just the light of the menorah, but the light that each of us bring to this world. If we will think what it is written in the book of Maccabees, על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשה לאבותינו בזמן הזה. For the miracles, the deliverance, the deeds, for all that was done to us, to our ancestors, and for us in those times, at this period. So think about this phrase, this quote, because I'm sure that many of you heard about the book written by Eric Kimmel, Herschel and the Hanukkah Goblins, right? Right? Okay, because I was in a shock for a moment, because I was, is it going to be now that I need to read the story, the whole story right now? It's a children's book, but when I read it, it was much later in my life, and I read it with a obviously different way of thinking. And the reason why I decided to talk about this book tonight is because there is this profound courage, profound wisdom, and creativity, and the power of hope. Because in the book, Herschel arrives in a village that literally paralyzed by fear. Goblins have taken over the synagogue. I mean, just imagine this beautiful sanctuary right now being taken over some weird creatures, goblins, and you can imagine how they look. And they're making it impossible for all the villagers to celebrate Hanukkah. There are no candles to light, blessings cannot be said, and then obviously no latkes, no sufganiyot, no donuts, no spirit, because when there is no spirit, then the whole holiday is gone. But Herschel doesn't turn away. He doesn't run from the problem. He walks into the darkness, knowing he'll face many challenges, that they will be frightening. He's not a warrior, and he's not any magical hero. He's just a clever wanderer with a sack of hard-boiled eggs and a bit of chutzpah. Okay, maybe a little bit more than a bit of chutzpah, but still. The courage that he has reminds us this moment that I'm sure each of us can find in their own life, when each of us had to deal with challenges without knowing what will be the next step. Stepping into unknown. But Hanukkah teaches us that we don't need to have all the answers. We don't need to know what's going to happen next. We just need the courage to take that first step and to trust that there will be light that will follow. So I presume that you all had that moment in your life. Perhaps it is navigating a difficult relationship, or making a hard decision, or standing up for something that you believe in. The first step is very, very difficult one. But like Herschel, sometimes we need to find the strength to do it. As a rabbi, I see many people that facing their own goblins, those challenges that make it hard to find hope, to connect, or to feel joy. And I personally face them, and it can be very overwhelming, trust me. Sometimes it's the weight of helping others that navigate their own darkness. But think about Hanukkah. Again, it will remind you that we can bring light, even in the face of fear and uncertainty. And I think that what makes this story so important and so profound is that Herschel doesn't defeat the goblins with force. He uses his creativity to outsmart them. He tricks one goblin into thinking that an egg is actually a rock. He frustrates another goblin by freezing its hand so it can't light a match. And then each night, he finds a clever way to overcome a challenge that perhaps seems impossible. The part of the story will resonate with every single person on earth. That's my belief. And what we learn again and again, that it gives us strength when we read these beautiful children's books, that they can be not just for children. And our Jewish tradition celebrates this kind of thinking. The Maccabees, after all, didn't rely on strength alone. They used strategy to reclaim the temple back. And throughout history of our people, our ancestors found creative ways to keep Judaism alive until today, during the most difficult times of our history. The heart of this story is to restore Hanukkah at this village. Again, Herschel doesn't just want to defeat the goblins. He wants to bring joy. He wants to bring light to all those people that can see only darkness around themselves. And this is what life is about. This is what our life is about, especially right now. And this is what Hanukkah is about. When the Maccabees finally rededicated the temple, when they lit the menorah with that one small jar of oil, the light wasn't just practical. It was a symbol of hope. It was a symbol of faith. It was a symbol of resilience. And I think about the times that we all need to have that resilience. Moments when a small act of kindness makes this huge, big difference. And I see it in our community, and I'm not saying it because many of you sitting here and I just want to make a good impression on you. Really not. Because the way people in this special community support each other, when they celebrate each other, when they lift each other, it's a reminder that even in the smallest acts of kindness, there is this light that knows how to illuminate the darkness. So Herschel's story reminds us again and again that each of us, each of you, have this magical power to bring that light. And maybe the story is supposed to be a children's book. I don't think so, because it speaks to all of us. And it reminds us that no matter how scary, how overwhelming our goblins in our lives are, we have what we need to face them. And as this is Festival Shabbat, as it is the last Shabbat of 2024, my hope for all of us is that may we find this courage, as Herschel did, and the creativity of our ancestors, and the faith to believe that even in the smallest light, we can see something bigger that can make a difference. May, during this season of Hanukkah, we will be able to see joy, may we be able to see hope, and may we be able to see light. Chag Sameach, and Happy New Year. We are on page 586 with Aleinu. Thank you. You can take the whole mishpucha with. Will you please rise? We are with Aleinu on 586. Penny, it's open. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שהוא נוטה שמיים ויסד הארץ, ומושב יקרה בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו, אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת הן עוד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו echad. And it has been said, Adonai will be sovereign over all the earth. On that day, Adonai will be one, and God's name will be one. Thank you. And as we close the ark, you may be seated. Thank you so much. We are on page 595, Yesh Kochavim.
There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light. Long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember as we live our days. These are the ways we remember. We remember.
Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, and as we remember them, we think about meaning of love and loss, life and death. And today we think of our dear members and their loved ones. Anita Anton, Maurice De Castro, Paul Furzik, Judith Fields, Louis Fleshman, Abraham Gordon, Ulrich Grishman, Sidney Halpern, Samuel Carlin, Eva Kay, Sarah Lurie, Leo LeBlanc, Norma Linkowski, Hyman Levinson, Nancy Margalis, Evelyn Migdal, Margaret Moron, Isaiah Pereira, Kathy Phillips, Maurice Schwartz, Helen Schveltman, Stephen Silverman, Jack Soloway, Sidney Verbel, Robert Abrams, Bessie Adolf, Kermit Elaine, Esther Aronson, Ita Berlin, Irvin Block, Hyman Bloom, Julius Bonham, Simon Boxband, Herbert Bredstein, Marion Bredstein, Evelyn Bressler, George Bressler, Milton Chasen, Michael Trevani, Charles Desch, Esther Davis, Harry Dorfman, Birdie Abner, Martha Fink, Michael Foster, Alan Garber, Irene Garber, Martin Glass, Louis Glick, Saul Goldstein, Adele Gordon, Abraham Gross, Nahum Gutenberg, Herman Jaffe, Lucille Cranston, David Lefkowitz, Jeanette Lebson, Sylvan Leviton, Hyman Lebowski, Michael Lipson, Joseph Marcus, Eddie Mazer, Selma Milaski, Clara Minto, Pamela Mitchell, Marilyn Paget, Beatrice Parker, Bessie Perlman, Thomas Price, Kathy Redhart, Lillian Resnikoff, George Retzagi, Wolf Ring, Minnie Rosenblum, Arthur Rosenthal, Anne Rubinstein, Harry Rubinstein, Maurice Rubner, Abby Rudberg, Jacob Saltz, Olympio Santo, Irving Schuster, Robert Siegel, Harriet Shapiro, Pearl Shaman, Oscar Siegel, Gussie Zinrig, David Sobel, Milton Steinberg, Norma Whitkins, Minnie Wenberger, Kate Winstein, Stanley Wentraub, Joanna Wilk, and B. Wolf. And if there are any other names that you would like to mention, then please do so now. Yes, Marilyn.
I would just like to re-mention the name of a dearly beloved person, Evelyn Mandel, who was my aunt, Renee's mother, and so much of the family is here. She was a very beloved person. And I also just like to mention Paul Friesen, who greatly loved.
And of course, we think about all those who were murdered in Holocaust and genocide all over the world, and all those who were killed in the war between Hamas and Israel. Kaddish is on page 598. Will you please rise? יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חיותי וימליך מלכותי, בחי יכון וביום יכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהיה שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יש לה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו, ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and all over the world, and let us say amen. Please be seated. And as we conclude this service, and we will continue with special oneg at Lilienfeld, the final song for tonight, just before my final benediction, probably will be something about light, I would imagine.
Light one candle for the Maccabee children. Give thanks for their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when the right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the days justice and freedom demand. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out, lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through the love and the tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain that we learned long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in. Let anger not tear us apart. Light one candle to the blindest together. Peace as the song in our heart. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through the love and the tears. What is the memory of those who valued so highly that we keep alive in our flame? What's the commitment to those who have died? When we cry out, they've not died in vain. We have come this far, always believing that justice will somehow prevail. This is the burden, and this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. Don't let it any years. Don't let the light go out.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונק, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישים לך שלום. May God bless you and keep you always. May God make his face shine on you. May God be gracious to you always. May God turn his face towards you and give you peace. And most importantly, may you always feel God's presence within you. Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom.